Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith and the Black Channel here, Ticker Talker on a Friday, and we know things have been a little sleepy here for the SPY inside day here. And we know we've had this range in here that we've been watching on. So there's a reason that I start off usually going with the broader averages just to see where we'd want to be. So if you look at the SPY, you got an inside day. Look at the weekly range. Look at that doji. Is that something you want to be trading? No, no, nope. And then if you look at the monthly, look at this. Two dojis so far. We are backing off a little bit. Remember I talked about this yesterday. If this was a 120-minute chart, you see these two bars here. All of this is stuck in those two. So how are we going to get out of those? And so oftentimes when that happens, then your price discovery starts over again. You can see you get your lower low, your higher high, now backing off. You get chopped up in here, right, as it forms. So now you'll probably get the inside day. We'll see. If we go to QQQ, look at this daily range. Look at this. Now, it's a little better on the week, right? But for the day, now you're inside on the 60. That gets a little bit of our attention. So unlike the SPY, where you had these 2 hours like this, it did get out of here. So the question is, can it stay out? Stay out of this range, or use this inside bar to come back through, right? So far, the Q's a little better. Still going after that month again, and still, brighter green on the week than the SPY. But for the day, you're just seeing this so far. No good. Now, if we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, now you got my attention, all right? Two up, two down day, going after last week's lows, right? It's a little bit more interesting, right? That tells us we can look at industrials and like XLI. How you doing, buddy? Yep, XLI coming down here. You can see that taking out last week's lows. If we go to small cappers, you'll see this. Inside day doing nothing, all right? So just by looking at those four, that tells you probably where you want to be. You want to be looking at the short side of the industrials. However, let's go to the long side to start off. If you go to NVIDIA, and NVIDIA, I think this is inside day yesterday, RevStrat. Yep, inside day, pokes down RevStrat day to the upside. And what that does is that helps stop these guys out and trying to go into the highs. Now it stalls out like a lot of things here, but that's helping out those Qs be a little bit better. If we go to NEO, and NEO, you can see this, something we're always looking for, the RevStrat month. Inside bar, pokes down, boom, RevStrat, 1, 2, 2, and off she goes. Stop them out, the lower low, inside week, boom, back to the previous range, and off she goes. And so coming back through all this kind of stuff. And so you wait for it, we say triangulate out, right? You wait, they'll have corrective activity, 2 up, 2 down, and then you come in today and boom, take all these guys out in one shot. These two become an outside bar of that. So that's what you're looking for after you have that monthly break. Let it come in, and then boom, 2-2 reversal on the day, and off she goes. If we go to ACMR, reversal month, 2 down by taking out the lows, 2 up right here. It's exactly what we want to look for, over 80 bucks. Nice move, trading 87. We'll see if that sets up again. You can see it also did that yesterday, what NEO's doing right now. A slight lower low, and then boom, back to the previous range, right? Once that monthly triggers. If we go to XPO, what's going on here, trainees? And XPO not totally gunning here, but you can see the inside day to the upside. Inside day couldn't take out highs or lows and then take that out, so we'll see if that sets up again. If we go to DOCU, and DOCU, here on that day yesterday, pokes down, then when it goes green, we're looking for an outside bar, which you got, and that what that means is the selling here got rejected when this turns green, turning into the outside day, and then it continues, which means these two were still that rejection here to become an outside bar of these two, you see? And once again, that setup that we look for in the monthly, here, inside bar, pokes down, boom, back to previous range, and off she goes. There's your broadening formation, trying to get bigger and go up after this stuff. We'll see if that continues. If we go to ANVS, and here, there's your inside week, right? Now you still have this mother bar. How are you going to get outside of this? But as long as it can continue, which it does, that's good. And you can see they come, once again, that mother bar is the bar before the inside bar in the day. Stop them out, 2-2 reversal, off she goes. Boom, like so. If we go to ZM, and ZM, once again, inside bar month, pokes down, boop, 2-2 reversal after a 1, that's a rev strat. 336.33, trading 360, right? Not bad at all. And here you go, the 2 up, the 2 down, boom, yesterday 2-2 reversal back to previous range. These 3 bars become outside bar of these 2, you see? And coming back through a greater broadening formation is Zoom. Now inside on the 60, you can keep an eye on that in the next 60 minutes over 360.67. You're there right now. If we go to UONE, U1, and U1 is, once again, on the daily. Here, inside day, pokes down, boom, rev strat. These 2 become an outside bar of that. Off to the races she goes. And we can see this mother bar problem here again. On how are you going to get out of this on the monthly? But now you came up and took this out, which is kind of what you're looking for after this nice, beautiful inside week to the upside. But now looking like an inside 60 cooking, so you can wait on that a little bit. If we go to DRNA, and DRNA, so here, the outside month, look at this thing. This thing's been all over the place. And then here, the slight lower low in the week. 2 up, 2 down, boom, right there. These 2 become an outside bar of that. Having a nice little day. Also here, rev strat day. Inside bar, pokes down, boom, you're going to take those guys out, right? If that works, that continues everything else, which it has. We'll see if that sets up again for us. AFRM. AFRM, just another inside day to the upside, causing the outside week, right? And if that works, we always want to think about if that works, what's going on here. And if that works, potentially get the 2-2 month. AFRM over 71.75. You got a little bit of room on that. Right now, trying to go directional inside 60 to the upside. Up, inside, boom, new highs. And see if you can get the measured move out of all this stuff that would take that care of business on here. AFRM. If you go to XPEV, and XPEV, like this in here, on the month, stop them out lower low. All of these guys are inside of this. That's mother bar issues, right? So you can look for these lower lows, and then boom, reversal back to the previous range. So XPEV, good over 33.09 for the rest of the month. We'll see if that sets up again for us. And you can see this, get that corrective activity. Outside bar, inside bar, and boom, back to the high shoots. If we go to ZS, and ZS, keeping an eye on this because we got all this stuff here on the monthly. Not quite inside, but you can see that pokes down. This is an outside bar. Now this sell-off is slight lower, now coming back through. Then you had to try and sell it on a Monday. Didn't last very long. And the outside bar after the inside bar, 1 bar ref shot, that's a 1-3. So that takes care of business because you can see this here. Stop them out by going into lower lows, and now you're taking out these higher highs, and we'll see if anything more comes of that. If we go to VXRT, still an inside month, just had a good morning here, now kind of drying up a little bit. We'll see if we can get an inside 60 in another hour to try and jam that up. On the downside, like I said, if we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, much heavier than everything else, and we've known about Cat Tractor. Well, if you've been watching me, it's the Cat Tractor. There you go, taking out 2 months lows. Right, that's a problem, right? So one of those, just like those setups we saw on the upside of a lot of those monthlies, set up to the downside. The inside week pokes up, boom, rev strat week to come stop out all these guys and maybe some more. Rough day yesterday, rough day today, still going. Go down to like a 15, just walking down after this was a beaut to open the day yesterday. Boom, seller shows up, apparently still there. That tells us to look at John Deere. Also having some problems. 3-2 outside month to the downside. Taking 2 months lows out, going after 3 month lows out, right? So John Deere, you can look at AGCO, also having some problems. Once again, that's that same setup. Inside bar by not taking out the highs of the lows, poke up, rev strat, boom, stop them out here, here, and here, right? Having some problems. Still inside day right now, but going towards the lows. And we also knew yesterday Cummins engine, CMI, having some issues here. And a little different, slight lower low, I believe, here. No, this is an inside bar. That's inside 2, boom, stop them back out, going after 3 months of lows, right? So still having some problems as Cummins engine. If we go to Honeywell, more industrials, 2 up, 2 down week, potential outside month, right? And you got some month left to do that, and you can see this just falling apart here. Having not a lot of fun here is Honeywell. In the Dow, if you go to Triple M, it's them smokestackers. Inside day, upper left, poke up, boom, rev strat coming down through these guys. That gives you the outside week. After the inside week, poke up here, now coming back down. And this is what you look for on a 30-minute basis if you're going to get in on this. First of all, if it gaps up like this and goes boom, 2-2, that's a 2 up, 2 down, you grab it right there, hit it as soon as it breaks that. Then on the continuation, 2 down, 2 up, boom. As soon as it breaks that, these become an outside bar of that. You see? You can also stay on the memers. GameStop, not totally falling apart inside in the 30 now, but you can see once again, all of these months stuck in January. So you can expect this back and forth stuff, what you're seeing in here. And yesterday was a good day to know what an inside day down 212 reversal was. 2 inside, boom, back to previous range. These bars become an outside bar of all this, and so we'll see if that gets any worse, because you still got like BB is heavy here, albeit going to be an inside week. Wendy's. And Wendy's coming in to try and fill this gap all the way back. All right, so we were looking at that a couple days ago here and all that kind of good stuff. How's a 60 looking? There's your outside 60, but we'll see if that sets up as well. If we go to INCY, they're jumping ship on some of these bios that have been good. INCY now firming up on the 60, but you can see what we're looking for when we go. Looks good up here, doesn't it? And then once you go gapping back through here, now it looks awful. And coming back to the previous range, you can see they stopped all these guys out, just not weak enough to take that. Now firming up on the 60, because for the IBB, looking like an inside day, and we know it's got that rev strat months, and that's been good. So we had ALNY and ALNY still taking those out. Inside bar, pokes down, boom, coming up through all that. NEO going to the highs as I speak. If we go to BIIB, and BIIB, once again, when you get stuck in the mother bar, which is the bar before the inside bar, price discovery can start over again. Back and forth we go, and so now you're seeing that profit taken in BIIB. If we go to Lilly, and Lilly, exhaustion risk. What does that mean? That means here's a monthly 2 down, then 2 up, and then these become the outside bar of that. But once you go to the highs, the buyer's got to keep stepping up. Otherwise, you're just squeezing the shorts out. And then here, you can see that 2 up, and then boom, 2-2 reversal back down through. Reverse and get short, and we'll see if there's anything more to that. If we go to AGIO, inside day to the downside, right? Boom, 1 down, so they're having some problems there in the bio. If we go to Archer Daniels Midland, having some problems here, outside week, which now puts you at a potential outside month, right, by taking out the highs and changing back red. Coming back to the previous range, stopping a lot of guys out, now inside in the 60 and trying to take that directionally to the downside. We've had UNH having some problems here. Healthcare, we've known about this because of the month. 2 up, 2 down on the month, and that tells us, reminds us of Humana doing that as well, Cigna, so all that kind of stuff on a monthly basis. We still want to know about that. We've had a little bit of weakness in some of the financials. If you go to FAS inside day, but you had PNC and PNC taken out last week, so it's inside bar, pokes up, boom, right there. Now it gets worse if you can take this out below 186.08. Man, looks like I'm running out of time again. And folks, I am going to Key West to meet up with a bunch of straters next week, so I will be out until next Friday. So I hope everybody had a great week and has an even better weekend and has a good week without me. And I'll see you next Friday. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith of the Black Channel here at TikTok with Strat Time Report.